One thing I want to tell you about myself is I do a lot of research before making any financial decisions. That's just the way my analytical engineering mind works. It can be torture to be this way, so I'm not saying you should emulate it. But since I've done so much homework in so many different financial areas, I thought, why not let other people benefit from this as well as just me? Selecting a credit card is one area I've spent a lot of time looking at. The credit card industry is a hugely profitable business for banks. That's why you see so many bank commercials trying to get you to use their cards. What secrets are they hiding? What do they not want you to know? And why only one credit card is really the best one? That's coming up right now. Credit cards are a huge profit center for banks and financial institutions. Why? Just think about it. The average interest that a bank charges on a credit card is 17.65%. This is legalized loan sharking because a bank cannot charge this kind of interest anywhere else, not on mortgages or business loans. The interest you pay on a mortgage, for example, is much more reasonable, 5%. Business loans are on the order of 8% or so. Credit cards more than double that. In addition, the average U.S. household carries a balance of $7,000 on their credit card. Now multiply these numbers together. Yeah, this means that the banks can expect $1,235 per year of free income for every single person they can get to sign up to their credit card. That's significant. That's like getting $100 a month cable subscription for issuing a piece of plastic. Now, where does this $100 a month in income for these banks come from? It comes from the millions of people, maybe like you, who carry a balance on their credit card. This is a huge financial opportunity and windfall that banks get when they sign you up. That's why they fight tooth and nail, compete against each other, and offer all kinds of incentives to get you. But that's not the only profit center for banks. You have to realize that on top of raking you over the coals with their interest rates, they also rake the merchants over the coals by taking a cut of 2 to 4% on every single purchase you make. This is called merchant transaction fees. Merchants pay this to the credit card companies for the privilege of accepting credit cards from consumers. They have no choice because you would rather use your credit cards than give them cash or checks. To make things even worse for you and better for them, the credit card loans and fees are set up in such a way that once you accrue interest, it's not easy to pay it all off in one big lump sum because you find out at the end of the month that interest is accumulating on top of interest. This is compound interest in reverse, in the bank's favor. Like I said, this is legalized loan sharking, my friends. But people love to use their credit cards because it is fantastically accessible and convenient, and people are wooed by all the potential rewards that are being offered. Now I want to tell you how not to fall for their tricks and how to take advantage of the banks yourself. First, the rewards are only true rewards if you pay off your balance at the end of the month. Otherwise, you're paying the bank $100 so they can pay you back $2. Would you take that kind of deal from a stranger? You bet you would. It's a great deal if you can get it. And you'd make a sucker out of someone. So I implore you to never ever keep a monthly balance on your credit card. Almost every other loan is better than a loan from your credit card company. Take a loan from your home equity. Take out a personal loan from a credit union. Heck, take a loan from friends if you have to. Better yet, learn to live below your means and pay off your credit card balance at the end of every month. Now, I realize this is not something that everybody can do. So if you absolutely have to carry a balance, pay it off as quickly as possible. The longer you take to pay it off, the more you're being taken advantage of. I'm not saying don't get a credit card. In fact, I encourage you to get a credit card. But you can only make it to your advantage if you pay off the balance every month. Now, if you can discipline yourself and your family to do this, you can take advantage of the banks. How? I'm going to tell you. Get a credit card that pays cash back. Credit card companies will try to confuse you with their loyalty cards, points, frequent flyer miles. They also have offers like $100 to $300 if you sign up with them, or free travel miles, or other traps. Just tune these out. They're trying to confuse you on purpose. It's to make a lot of noise so you don't see the real picture. And so they can seduce you to take their crappy offer. Cash is almost always better than any other reward. Airline miles are worth about 1% of the value of your purchases, and points are rarely worth more than 1%. I've done all the research. The best credit card to get is a simple cashback card, specifically this one, the Citi Double Cash MasterCard in the United States. This card, as of 2019, pays you 2% in cash back, 1% as soon as you make the purchase, and 1% after you pay your bill. 2% is the highest available cash back you can get on all purchases for a credit card in the United States. Now, this card is not only accepted almost everywhere, it has no annual fee. In addition, they have 0% interest for 18 months for new customers. And even if you carry a balance, their interest rate is still competitive, starting at 15.7%. They are head and shoulders above everybody else, in my opinion. I've tried all kinds of other cashback cards, and this one's the best. Nobody else that I'm aware of gives you 2% on every purchase. Capital One gives you 1.5%, American Express gives you 1% and 6% on your groceries, but you pay $95 a year and it gets confusing. Discover gives you 1% on everything and 5% on groceries and gas. This again gets confusing because you have to figure out if the 5% on groceries and gas will give you more than 2% overall. I used to carry American Express and Capital One, but after I made all the calculations, it was a wash with American Express with the Citi Double Cash Card. You're better off with a straight 2% off on everything. It's simple. Now, if your life situation is such that you have to carry a balance, then look into the PenFed Gold Visa Card. It has an annual interest rate as low as 9.24% with no annual fee and a 0% APR offer for new customers. I hope this little bit of knowledge and homework from an obsessive analytical geek helps you cut through the clutter and saves you a bundle of money. If you found this helpful and you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. I wish you all the best, my friends.